Hey guys, back again, I think, and I wanted to say I am getting a nose job. This is pre-nose job. I have wanted one since I was 16, and I have made that very clear to everyone and anyone who I have come in contact with. I've always said I really just hate my nose. I never thought it necessarily went with what, I thought my nose would look like. I actually think in the 5th grade, we had to do these side portraits, and mine just didn't look how I envisioned it to look, if that makes sense. So, and there's a whole conversation about what does society think, and all that, and that's not your fault, you're giving into beauty standards and stuff. And yeah, I am, but you know what, I've thought about it for so long, and I definitely want it to be done. And I, if you don't ever want to touch your face, I'm really happy for you, and I, hope you can say the same for me. So I found my doctor actually around 7 or 8 months ago, I believe. I had originally scheduled it for June, but that kind of just didn't work out. So we ended up moving it to August 2nd. We are 18 days out. So I wanted to do this. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, so we are 18 days out. I'm really nervous. I am not, I'm very excited. Obviously, I'm very excited, but I'm also very nervous. So I've just been researching. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about this. I've been, trying to watch TikToks, which aren't that great. I mean, they are really great, and shout out to all those creators, but it can just be a little hard when you're trying to know about the process. My doctor has started me on arnica, which is a vitamin or herb, one of the two, that helps counteract swelling and bruising and things like that. So I am very hopeful that I will like my results. I was looking for my doctor for a very long time. I actually had done consultations a couple of years back, and it didn't really pan out the way that I hoped it would. I ended up kind of just waiting. It just didn't feel right. It didn't feel like the right time. Felt a little steep in expenses. And, I did kind of go in with a celebrity in mind, but not wanting to look like that celebrity, realizing that I never would. It was Angelina Jolie. I really like her nose. I think it, it's straight. There's not too much of a swoop. I didn't want a very pinched Barbie nose, I guess, just because I didn't know if that would necessarily go with my looks. And I have pretty prominent cheekbones and a prominent jaw and a lot of those things. So I kind of went in thinking Angelina Jolie, which is like a Barbie nose, but a little less swooped. And I thought that would complement my features very well. And, the doctor, I feel like he understands what I want. I told him that I'm fine with my alar width, which is the width of your, I think it's nostril, the widest part of your nostril to widest part of your nostril to, the other widest part of your nostril. It seems as though the doctor understands where I want to go with it, and that is very exciting for me. Obviously, I don't know if you guys can see, but I hate this part of my nose so much, and I hate this part. And one of the things that the doctor said when I went in was literally that when I'm at a quarter of a way, you shouldn't be able to see as much of my nose as you do. That's not preferred. Which I didn't even know. So that hurt, but also made a lot of sense. So here we are. I'm trying to think, yeah, he just seemed really trustworthy. I have interviewed a lot of different doctors, and I will say that there is sometimes an attitude that I notice with some doctors. There's almost this kind of cockiness, yeah, I basically am God, and I can reshape your face. And so that can be a little off-putting, especially when you're spending so much money for them. that you want to feel like they have great like customer service, that they're going to have great bedside manners, that, you know, if you're even going to like freak out a little bit, that you're really ready and able to answer my questions like whenever I may need. And I feel as though that's what I was able to get from the doctor that I chose. Cost, I think it's around $13K. After I get all of my things, like there's a couple pillows I want to buy from Amazon. There are like these cooling eye patch things that I heard are really great. There's like a migraine cap, because I heard you can get really bad migraines. Like, so cost is gonna be a little bit higher than 13K. I think it'll be around 14K. But yeah, so I'm just excited to show you guys like what I have, like what ends up happening. And I can't think of anything, but if I do, I will make sure to refilm. I spoke with the surgery center today, which has an added cost, and then so we have to pay that day of surgery, and they let me know like really kindly like what that cost was going to be, so that was nice. And then there's an additional cost for the anesthesia that we have to write out at a check, because the surgery center, like, I guess pays the anesthesiologist immediately or something like that. Wednesday, sometime in the morning, I'm hoping, because I will have to fast for 8 hours before, I will be going in for my surgery, and I'm super nervous. I guess like right now I just like, I can imagine what exactly how I want my side profile to look, but I don't know how I want, like, I can't imagine like my tip looking different from head on, even though that's like a huge part of it, like the fact that I want this dramatically slimmed down. So I don't know, I'm hoping that it looks really good. I'm also really nervous because I have, you know, this just nerve wracking. So I mean, I'll let you guys know how it goes. 7-day countdown. Here we go. Look, there you are.
Next time, don't scream at your boss so that he doesn't make you work during the weekends y pueda venir a ver a tu hijo, por favor.
Hi, so we are getting ready and a little nervous. I'm actually trying to clean up my room because, as you can see, I look like I live in a pigsty, and I hate that so much. It actually incredibly infuriates me. So there is that. Thank you, Elle. So yes, so I am just trying to hurry up. I hope that's what happens. I have to be honest, I'm really not loving the way that like all the swelling is like pulling my face down. Hi guys, I'm going to restart this video again because, well, a couple of reasons. But basically, number one, I really messed up yesterday. In fact, I don't think, I mean, this is just the stupidest thing that could ever happen. But yesterday I could feel in my nose that there was like a minefield of things. And so I picked it, which you're not supposed to do, and I shouldn't have done it, and I feel so tragically and totally guilty, because I am guilty, and I like feel so stupid. I could have messed up my results. Luckily it doesn't seem like anything's messed up, but like I have never really been good at following doctor's orders. For some reason I think I'm smarter than them, and I'm not. And I picked my nose, and I ended up dislodging my whole scab, and so now it's rescabbing. The process is very painful, it's very uncomfortable, I feel very itchy, and I would not recommend it. 10 out of 10, don't recommend. Just for you to know that. And yeah, I mean, that's really about it. It's very, very painful. My nose is very swollen today. I'm not sure if that's because of this or whatever, it's also got a little bit of a bruise right here, which is also coincidentally where like a huge part of the scab is actually pulled off. So it does make you wonder. And yeah, that's about it. And I'm just hoping and praying that everything is fine. I think it will be fine, but you never know. And I just feel so dumb. And hopefully this is just a minor setback and it's not, like it doesn't add on a week of recovery. So here's hoping. So a lot has happened. I actually have makeup on for this part, which honestly, like, is that as authentic as I guess we could have been? Probably not, but I don't really care, just because I feel like whatever. I got my cast taken off yesterday. I'll put a little bit of a video in between here. I was gonna have my mom film it, and then my mom needed to literally hold my hand the whole time and talk me through it as though I was giving birth. It was so painful. So painful, you guys. Like, words cannot describe how absolutely just horrendous the pain was. I had stitches in my nose and they were being pulled out, and I don't know if you've ever had stitches be pulled out before, but that hurt more than the splints. The splints just felt like I had had a really big booger and it was like fighting its way out. It was the stitches that, like, I was crying. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, it's like, take me out of my misery, please. So that was really nice. When I first saw the nose shape, I was definitely I was shocked, to be honest. I mean, you know, he didn't really have mock-ups for me. He had a few, but he was like, just keep in mind, like, this isn't like a guaranteed promise, but this is like some of the things that I would do different. And I do think, like, head on, there's only a few differences that I notice. It is straighter. I noticed that immediately. From the side, it is a whole new nose. It is swollen. The tip needs to drop a little, but it is beautiful. And that's this side. And I love it. It has the perfect amount of swoop. It's not crazy. The nose is still uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable, actually. My mouth is less numb than it was before. It feels so good to have my voice cleared. You guys have no idea. I was stuck with those splints, like, towards the last day. I didn't really vlog because I just felt like it's the same thing over and over again. I'm in pain. I'm very nauseous. You know, what's to do about that? So we kind of left that. I wonder what it's like to have my head up. Yeah, see? Now I'll wear my hair up. Like, I used to never wear my hair up. And what else? Yeah. You know, something I noticed that I used to do all the time was, like, people would, like, pull your hair back. And I just never wanted to pull my hair back because I felt like it really distracted from the bump on my nose, which is so stupid, but hey, it was my insecurity, and my insecurity was real and valid, and, you know, and it's okay if other people don't feel like that, but I definitely did. And then whenever I would feel super self-conscious, like a guy talking to me, or if I felt like I was, like, making a point at work that others might not agree with, it made me feel a little scared. So I would just, like, I would always go like this, and I would have my face hidden because I felt like it just wasn't working. And now I feel like I can have my hair back and I don't necessarily have to feel, like, totally horrible about it. I've always wanted to film more, but it was kind of, like, stopping me just because I'd be like, oh my god, like, I can't. I mean, you know, if you look at my old videos, I'm very much, like, always like this, and, you know, it's actually, now it's, like, normal for me. Like, I was just saying, like, when I talk to the camera, like, looking straight on is very strange for me because normally I like to go like this. But now I feel like I can look straight forward until I find a new insecurity. Just kidding. Lips still really numb, can't really move it. Like, it's kind of hard. Definitely need to get some filler because, oh my god, did you see that lip? Doctor said that these stitches are, they're not stitches anymore since he pulled them out, but these will just need to be like Neosporined every day, and then we'll have to, like, I'll have to saline spray. It's really weird though because the scab goes all the way in, so I feel like I have this horrible booger, and it's not a booger. It's literally, you know, the seam to when my body was open. My actually, it's kind of crazy because my bruising, it doesn't look bad, but it's still there. It's definitely still there. Like, I tried my best to hide it today. See, I'm doing that thing again. Okay. I tried my best to hide it today. I genuinely put on 3 layers of concealer and then 1 added layer of foundation, but they just, I mean, they're really deep. So I've been using some arnica cream, and I've also been using, oh man, I know I've been using like other stuff. Oh, arnica oral tablets. That's been good. I feel like the arnica definitely is helping because even yesterday, like the ones under my eyes, now they seem more focused on one area, and before it was just like yellow, yellow, yellow. This area though, I will say, is like still super bruised, still very swollen. It's not fun, and it's really making it like, sometimes if I leave my mouth open for too long, I guess my jaw will like get tired and just start going like, and I look like a, you know, crazy person, but it is what it is. If I think of anything else to add before I edit this, I will make sure to add things. I wasn't doing keto while recovering because that was not going to happen. I didn't want that to happen, and I felt like of all the things to do when I'm suffering, I really don't want to do that. So I wasn't gonna, and so I ate like a queen for the last week, and now I'm back on my keto stuff because my stomach and body was starting to feel it, and now they're feeling it a little bit less. Good night.